Dude, what? I was gonna clean up a little bit in here before we started, but this is kind of how the office always looks. So I just got back from vacation and these are all the shoes that were waiting for me when I got home. I don't really post on YouTube that often, so if this is your first time seeing me, what's up? I'm Seth, the other Seth from this side of the internet. And I've been talking about and reviewing sneakers on TikTok and Instagram for probably like 4 years now, and I cannot believe I'm at the point where brands will send me shoes. Like, this is absolutely insane. When I started making videos on sneakers, it was really only talking about the releases that were coming up because I could not afford to go out and buy every single shoe that was cool and put together this whole review for them because, hey dude, that's expensive. But we'll talk about that more on another day because I've got a lot to show you guys. I think we have like 7 total, 2 of which I actually bought, and one of them is actually like a holy grail shoe for me. It's not a sneaker, but it's a shoe that I've been wanting for as long as I can remember, and I'm super happy I got them, but I splurged. I think the first 2 pairs we're gonna talk about are from my boy VandyThePink. He sent over his latest collaboration with Asics on the Gel Kayano 12.1. And it kind of continues his ice cream theme that we saw in his last collaboration. We also get this little card here. This collection is inspired by Vandy's childhood in Korea and his experience growing up between Korea and American cultures. Look closely to discover all the little details throughout the pair. Bro, seriously, thank you for sending these over. One thing I think is just so sick about these, and Vandy does this with pretty much all of his releases, but he included something a little special. It's a VandyThePink branded ice cream scoop. It's the little things, dude. It's the little things. Now, both of these shoes have different inspirations. This right here is the chocolate pair, and the other one is vanilla, which I'll pull those out right now. There are a few other laces in here I want to show you guys, so we'll get to that in a second. But chocolate pair has this sort of like waffle cone dipped mesh on the base, where the vanilla, you know, has more white. And the colors on everything are just, I don't know, I think this is just a fun shoe. It kind of reminds me of sprinkles with the hints of pink and yellow and green in there. And the chocolate has hits of yellow and pink. I just think this is probably my personal favorite. The wife loves these, so I really have to try and secure a pair for her. But as far as that goes, there are a few other details that I think are pretty sick. You have Vandy's little 2 flower logos on the heel. Super fluffy laces to kind of resemble whipped cream, which I think is awesome. And you also have VandyThePink branding on the insoles. Vandy, you killed it, bro. Like, these are so cool. The lace options they come with are actually kind of rad. These are for the vanilla pair. You get this white and teal blend, then a chocolate pair of fluffy laces, and some white with this 3M piping through them. All are good. I may stick with the originals. I really don't know. Ooh, I just noticed that around the eyelets, they actually say VandyThePink on them. I don't know if that'll pick up on camera, but another sick detail. For the chocolate pair, you get this yellow and brown blended lace, as well as the same white and silver, and a pink pair of fuzzy laces. I don't know what it is about fuzzy laces, dude, but like, I did not think I would love this, but I just think it looks so good on these. Very cool shoes. Which do we talk about next? I guess we can go with this Concepts pair. So they sent over their new 990 V4, and the kind of inspiration behind it I really liked because I like to pass down a lot of my shoes to my friends. But this says this shoe is built for those it hasn't reached yet, worn in by time, made better with age, and every story carried forward. Very cool concept, and as a huge fan of Made in USA New Balances, I was super gassed to finally get these in. All the different neutral tones on these just look so good together. The suede is just immaculate, and I actually really like this ruffled style lace it comes with. It's not something that I think I would have originally chose for a shoe like this, but it really works on them. Also love that teal hit on the outsole, and the insoles are pretty unique as well. Have that same like faded teal look with a crack down the middle. Pretty sick. Also, the only Concepts branding is on this little metal badge on the heel. I think that is a super nice touch. I love the minimal branding. I don't want everything being branded all the time. Also comes with this sick little hang tag. Oh, and I forgot to mention, the wife loved these so much that I had to go out and get her a pair too. So now we're matching. Let me know if you have any matching shoes with your significant others, because we have a lot. Maybe I'll do a video on that one day. That could be interesting. Next up, we have actually like a really just like insane pair of shoes. The Adidas BB.01. Their first fully, well not fully, but 3D printed basketball shoe. Bonkers, dude. Let me pull up the info on these because I know I'm gonna forget. Yeah, so there were only 169 pairs made worldwide, which is just absolutely nuts to me, and I'm so excited to have these in hand. But the retail price is $250, so the price, I mean, it is kind of expensive. And it's made by Adidas's new Project Wrap program, which they're just kind of focusing on the future of footwear. I'm assuming probably basketball is what they specialize in, but I'm not too sure. I need to do a little more research on them. But one of the craziest parts about these shoes is it comes in this just wild looking display case. And I think the top is actually 3D printed, which is a very unique touch. It does come with a remote and charging port. So I'm actually gonna just plug this in and see what it does, because I've yet to do that. If I can get this rubber band off of this, oh my God. So let's try it together, shall we? There we go. Oh. Okay, so I already had the door open and it closed automatically. That's pretty sick. Let's see. So we have light on. Bro, wait, what? That's actually so sick. Wait, there's only 10 of these made? It says MK 5 of 10. So is this like the 5th one they made? That's insane. Oh my God, I know I keep saying that's insane, but that's insane. You have the name of the shoe on the top, the future feel of movement below, little barcode, and then Adidas Las Vegas. Wow. I guess now we should open the door, right? Oh, I wish this was in there too, because I feel like it would make it look so much cooler, but let's see. All right, opening door. Dude, what? Oh my God, I gotta do that one more time just because I want both shoes in there. Dude, that's so cool. So the door opens and then it slides out on this little shelf so you can grab them. I don't think I can ever get rid of this thing. Like, this is so dope. But back to the shoe itself, it looks like the entire upper is 3D printed, but you have this sort of like typical basketball shoe booty that's sort of, I guess, glued or stitched to the base of the shoe. And the overall shape kind of looks like a James Harden. I've seen a few people say that, and yeah, I definitely agree. It's that just futuristic Adidas design language they're using now, but I don't mind it. One of the gripes I have though, and I noticed this yesterday, but the 3D printing is kind of like messed up right there. Probably just something to do with the printer, but like you can definitely tell. Maybe you can't definitely tell, but yeah, right there compared to this, looks much cleaner, a little bit sloppy. It's whatever. I don't really care all that much, but you know, just something I noticed. The tongue is super thin. There's not a lot of padding, but the logos and designs on the edge of the tongue are all 3M, so I think that's dope. And you also have these 3 stripes on the heel that circle down to the heel of the outsole. And I guess the outsole itself is just kind of like glued on here, because I don't think that is 3D printed, which is probably a good thing, because you're hooping in a 3D printed shoe, you're just gonna be sliding all over the place, so probably a smart move. Don't really know what these black pods are either. Maybe those are just like the high density areas and they did a little, I don't know, like reinforced material on them to help with the wear and like support. Maybe it's the same material as this, just like a thicker rubber, I guess, but I don't know. Very, very cool shoe. I'm very excited to see what Project Wrap is doing next, but I guess we're just gonna close the door and move on to the next shoe. That doesn't get old. Moving on, we got a new pair from Adidas and Menace on the Predator 94. Now, I was not familiar of this model before I saw this shoe. It's interesting. Also, if you made it this far, please consider subscribing or liking the video. Any support would be helpful. Thank you. Opening the box, you have this sort of metal texture design to it with Menace's branding in the center that I think looks pretty rad. And then you got the shoe coming in this all blue suede and leather build. Actually, no, I guess this is all leather. There's no suede on this. Anyway, first thing you notice is this metal Menace hang tag with Adidas branding on the opposite side. And it's attached to these really thick laces that I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I'm the biggest fan of, but these metal eyelets they connect to are really sick. Kind of clanks around with the tag a little bit. Rubber 3 stripes on the side right there with this leather that's like paisley print embroidered. And I think that looks just really good on these. The mesh on the base sort of has this fence effect to it, which is a pretty cool detail. And you also have Menace branding on the tongue. When I was wearing these around to take some photos in them, they were pretty comfortable. I mean, it's nothing crazy, but the midsole foam is actually pretty soft and it is exposed throughout the whole heel of the shoe. And the other parts just have the outsole wrapping around them. There's also some little openings in the outsole as well, so it gives the foam some room to breathe. Pretty cool pair though. I don't think it's my favorite. I'm just not a big fan of like the bulkiness of the silhouette. Like the tongue is a little puffy. Laces definitely not my favorite, but I think it's a really sick shoe. And if you like them, pick them up. Then we'll talk about this one last. Willy Chavarria is dropping another Adidas Megaride AG, and I don't really know how I feel about these. The box is really sick. You have some great branding all across it. And opening them up, you also get this cool little dust bag. Never mad about a dust bag. Paper on the inside says Chavarria with the Adidas logo. And opening them up, you are met with the Bubblegum colorway of the Megaride AG. I'm a huge fan of the little tags they added on this. I think that is just always a fun touch. You got Chavarria text on the tongue as well as dual Adidas branding on the insole. And that is really the only branding on the shoe as far as like to scream that it's a collaboration, which I think is pretty interesting. I'm actually a huge fan of subtle branding. I don't want it to be all in my face, but the placement of the logo on the tongue is a great choice. The sneaker's like surprisingly heavy though, which I think is, you know, probably its only downside because the cushion in the center mixed with this super springy outsole actually makes them pretty comfortable. But I do have one gripe. Like, what are we doing, dude? This is just like the same design as the Unheard of Piggy Runner on an Adidas Megaride. Even down to like the hits of red and everything, like the shades of pink are almost identical. I mean, I guess this is a little bit darker, but still, like every time I see this shoe, I just think of this shoe. I don't know if this was some like scrapped project that they were gonna do and then they ended up just making the shoe anyway, but I don't know. But I guess if you missed out on these are gonna be a great alternative. So hey, if that's what you're into. Curious what the retail price is on them though, because I can't imagine it's cheap, right? $200. Pretty steep, but I get it. The materials are great. I mean, you have actually a lot of different materials on these. Suede on the heel with leather on the eyelet. Full suede on the tongue, and the mesh base is actually like really interesting. I don't know what this texture or material is, but it's like a more heavy duty mesh kind of deal. And I think it's pretty dope. Moving on to the last pair we're gonna talk about, which is probably my favorite pickup of the list. Now, dude, if you know me, you know I don't buy any designer products at all, pretty much. I think most of them are just stupid. I don't know if I mean it's stupid, but it's just nothing that I would really want to wear. And I also don't like to like flaunt logos and all that stuff. I think it is so annoying. I had to pull up the name of the shoe, but these are the Gucci Lugano loafers. I know what you're thinking. Loafers are super in right now. Seth, you're just jumping on the bandwagon. I mean, yeah, that's part of it, but I've always loved loafers. I actually used to work at Cole Haan when I was in college, so I was selling a lot of leather shoes, loafers, boat shoes, boots, you name it. So my uniform every day was basically a pair of Cole Haan loafers, and I loved them, but I always wished they were a pair of Gucci loafers because these are just just beautiful. I picked these up while I was in Portugal, so we did get a bit of a tax back on these, so it did make them, you know, a few $100s cheaper. That definitely was the swaying point for me. Also had like 2 drinks, so, you know, it's kind of like the perfect storm. But these are the Gucci Lugano loafers, so it is a little bit different. Mainly in just the leather they use, it is like disgustingly soft. Like it literally feels like you're just walking in slippers, and I did do some walking while we were in Portugal. Also peep the cool little metal accent they have in the middle. Like that's so cool to me. So yeah, this is just a gift to myself. I never really buy myself anything that isn't camera gear or like sneaker related. So yeah, very happy with these, very proud of myself. Fun little gift. But now I want some more colors, so that is gonna be expensive. But that's pretty much it for these sneaker pickups. Let me know in the comments what you guys want to see from this channel, because kind of experimenting with some ideas right now, mainly along the lines of just kind of showing you everything I get in on a weekly basis, talk about sneaker news that I find interesting, and maybe like highlight some creators on all these platforms that I'm friends with, because I think that would just be really fun to do, and just talk about Instagram posts that I find interesting. But we'll see. I really want this channel to have more of a kickback hangout feel to it and not be all super scripted and overly produced. I mean, I know I'm using a ton of lights and shooting this on a crazy camera, but you get my drift. So that's what I'm kind of going for. Let me know in the comments what you guys would like to see, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.